model in the universe.
Get out.
Tyra Banks.
Oh, Tyra Banks. I get it. Oh, it's bad though. All right. Tal, start that recording now.
I did.
All right, friends. Welcome to the episode 3 of Hero Factory. Yay! Hold on. I'm gonna get the right one playing. I guess that one first. Whatever. So Tal and May, you guys weren't here last session fully. So last session, Tyr sent Obis, Vatu, Zarus, and Ecstasy into the world of Greillian in order to track down an orphan named Caellia that he had identified as a strong soul. Upon arriving, they found that the orphanage in the town of Orphan Sanctuary was under attack by a goblin force. After repelling the goblins from the town and rescuing the orphanage, the party had a tense conversation with the people who ran the orphanage before setting off to find Caellia, who had been kidnapped by the goblins. Along the way, while assaulting a goblin encampment, not the main base, Obis was killed. At the same time, however, the party discovered that there were not only goblins that they were fighting, but there were children dressed as goblins with makeup and paint. Essentially, they were in disguise as goblins. Vatu had an unfortunate incident with one of them, killing one of the children. However, the other child was saved. And upon interrogation of the child, it was discovered that Caellia was not kidnapped by the goblins, but leading them. The child that they had rescued led them to where the main encampment was, bypassing an ambush along the way, and introduced them to Caellia, who was in control of the goblins, but people don't understand how yet. No one's asked that. However, they did manage to earn Caellia's and you all now stand ready. Tyr has called you all from your rooms for another mission. Before you, in addition to Tyr and Frederick, also stands an elf. Tal, I'd like you to describe your character right now.
She has black hair. She's a wood elf, so I think that means like her skin color is like different or something. I don't know. But she has black hair and she's wearing like red robes. She's carrying a quarterstaff. She's not particularly like muscular, but she is like lean and athletic looking.
Now, Tal, you understand the whole shit going on with Tyr, so you can come up with how your character was, brought here. You also know how the Tantalium works, right? I believe you were present last session to hear.
Not really.
Essentially, in the Tantalium, you can imagine yourself anything you desire. It has no actual substance outside of the Tantalium, and you can only you can only summon things that you understand how they work. For instance, if you wanted to create a room of your childhood home or something like that, that is a possibility. If you wanted to create a room, however, with your father inside of it, you would not be creating your father, but instead a memory of your father, and how you viewed him is how he would act.
Okay, then she materializes a slice of cherry pie and she starts eating it.
Your character understands the basics of cooking, right?
Yeah.
Cherry pie is not hard to make, so you create a passable cherry pie. It does not taste very good, however. It doesn't taste like a cherry pie should.
Gross.
It's a little off. And yes, you can create your own room at your own time and let me know what's up with that. For now, though, all of you have gathered before Tyr. And he sort of lazily is lounging on his chemise that you've never seen him leave yet. He says, Caellia is with you all. Says, all right, we've wasted enough time now. Are you all ready to go back to Greillian and tie up your loose ends?
Yeah.
To where?
Right, you weren't there. Listen. Just follow the other people's lead. I can't be asked to explain it to you. Go.
She shrugs.
Ecstasy.
Yes, boss?
Don't get too involved with these people's issues.
Why are you telling me?
Just saying. And Zarus.
Yeah.
What happened to Obis wasn't your fault, even though you were the one performing the medical procedure on her.
Jesus.
Try not to think about it too much.
Okay.
In any event, I've set the door to send you back to the Goblin war base you were at the exact second you left. Jing,
She looks at him.
I've already explained your task and why you're here. Do you need a refresher?
Not really.
All right. Good. I have one final thing to mention before you all go. Sending you through is difficult and takes up a lot of my energy. It would be a lot easier if you followed me, or at least took my mark upon you. I'd be able to send you a lot easier. And there'd be a lot less issues in regards to your communication. I only have enough power to mark 3 of you right now, so I'm looking for volunteers. Whoever wishes to become... Well, not become, but whoever wishes to have the mark of Tyr upon them, please step forwards. This is voluntary, so you don't have to.
Does it come with any sort of...
Negative.
No.
Well, I wouldn't say negative. I would more say responsibilities to, like, yeah, you need to worship me once a day or something.
Not at all. It just makes it easier for me to pass you through.
Come on now. Do you think the god of laziness wants us to worship? Wants us to be required to do anything?
He's kind of examining his nails as he's talking, and as you say that, he kind of like... He doesn't turn his head so much as just lets it fall, so this way he can look in your direction, Vatu, and just nods.
I mean, I don't...
Zarus kind of like lowers his hands like, are I kind of already marked?
I mean, I don't really care one way or the other, so give me a mark.
All right, Ecstasy, step forward.
He hops forward.
Ecstasy, as Tyr like reaches out, he touches the first bit of exposed skin you present him. What do you present him?
My
Dick.
I heard dick. It's canon.
Ecstasy pulls down his pants. He goes, joke. I give him my
Asshole.
no, just
Guys, fuck.
Yeah, tramp stamp. No, just the left, the top of the left hand.
All right. He places his hand on yours, and it sort of more kind of flops there, and you're suddenly overtaken by a burning sensation that travels up your arm into your shoulder. And if you've ever been shocked by electricity, imagine that with all your muscles on that side of your body tensing up in extreme pain suddenly, as if you were being burned horribly. Ecstasy, it hurts really fucking bad. But when he lifts his hand, on the back of yours is a sort of a Y shape, and at the very tips of the Y, it curls out into ram's horns.
Oh, gee, that was not a sensation I wanted to have again.
Being marked by a god is a bit of a... And he sort of just trails off and is staring off into the middle distance.
Aren't I kind of already marked?
I don't know. Do you want my marking upon you?
Well, don't I have like the weird pact thing with him?
He shrugs.
I'll volunteer.
Batu, you come up. What do you expose?
Right forearm.
The same thing that happens to Ecstasy happens to you. The same symbol, but instead of on your hand, it's on your forearm. And again, it tenses you up. It hurts worse than anything you've ever experienced in your whole life. And for a moment, you think the pain will never end. And then just as you're starting to feel like you're about to go insane, it stops. And you can breathe easily again. And the pain becomes a fleeting memory.
Ecstasy, I kind of thought you were just a baby, but no, you're absolutely right. I never want to go through that again.
Zarus steps forward.
Zarus steps forward as well. What do you expose?
He exposes like
So
the middle of his chest.
Middle of your chest. All right. Zarus, you feel like you're going through a heart attack. And you feel something pushing back against. Like you can actively feel something seeping into your chest. And you feel something else pushing back against it as if it's trying to resist, like, the pain coursing through your body. And for you, it is 3 times as agonizing as it was for Vatu and Ecstasy. It is the worst. You are experiencing what you would feel in that nanosecond before being vaporized by the sun exploding.
Oh god.
It hurts so bad you can't speak. You feel every single molecule of your body being assaulted by this force. And suddenly it's gone. And you can breathe again.
Alright, so I'm gonna say like I fell to my knees during this. And
Probably.
I was kind of like picking myself up, probably really slowly.
Mm-hmm. It was pretty traumatic.
Yeah.
That's
I
about
kind of just close that up and turn around and get ready, I guess.
That's about as much energy as I have for now, at least. As more are brought into the Tantalium, I might be able to mark more of you. For now, though, that's all I've got in me.
Okay.
Now, you should get going. We've wasted enough time here. Russell, you're trying to say something, but you cut out there.
Oh, sorry. I was muttering to Melanie, ordering food and stuff for here.
Okay, cool. Order food for me while you're at it.
Hi.
Hi, Mel. All right. You guys should be able to see your characters right now, correct?
Yeah.
No.
I'd like you to update your health to the amount it is supposed to be at right now.
I can't see mine.
I cannot see my character.
Hi, Earl.
Earl, scroll to the right. And Ecstasy?
You zoom out. I mean, I can see mine. I got
Oh,
mine.
Yes.
found it.
Oh, okay.
Rinder is not spawned yet, so I do have to spawn in Rinder. That's why you can't see yours, May. Hold on, let me find Lantern Human.
Earl, did you find you?
I'm guessing we're back to full health.
Yes. May, how much is your maximum HP right now?
15.
It's not terrible. It's not very good either, though. You're a
Mine
human.
is 10.
You're level 1, though.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
That's wrong.
There you go,
I rolled
Rinder.
a freaking nat 1 on health.
oh
You
God.
should be able to see Rinder, and now you should be able to control him. Guys, please don't move around. I'm fucking with your tokens. This way, this is their new permanent style tokens.
Please take him out to dinner first.
Let's see. Bladedancer will fix yours first. I have to remove.
All right, I forgot about my vision.
Not being the best. Yep.
Earl, are you speaking in tongue?
I think he is.
Yeah, I'm still traumatized. I'm still traumatized from how painful that was.
I like it.
Really bad. Oops, that's Redrin, not Rinder.
This is why religion is such a pain in the ass.
I mean, for
I mean,
me,
it was a pain in your arm, not a pain in your ass. You didn't want it to be a pain in your ass.
Yeah.
Screw you. I'm a top tier tiefling. I don't care.
All right, so you guys go through the door, and you reappear in the Goblin War Base. Exactly where you left. Caellia with you.
What the fuck is this?
A goblin base.
Why?
Because that's where we left off.
And she retakes her throne beside the bugbear. And the bugbear says something in Goblin to her. And she rolls her eyes and turns back to all of you while sitting atop her, like, makeshift throne and says, "It would appear that your god is not entirely reliable. He said we would reappear at the same moment we left. It has been 8 hours since we left.
God damn it.
Now dawn.
Here, damn it.
Yeah, as you hear, goddamn, you hear you all. Oh, Jing, you are and Rinder. The both of you are given finger jewelry to put on your thumb and your pinky. That make it this way: when you raise your thumb to your ear and your pinky to your lips, you can speak to the party, no matter how far away they are. However, it's kind of like sketchy whether it will actually work or not. Earl, I believe you were saying something before I cut you off.
It's pretty much like, then I guess we should really get going with the plan.
Agreed. However, there is something else we must deal with first, Caellia says.
Yes.
Camp's under attack. Everyone roll me perception.
How lovely.
Batu,
Here we go again.
Rinder, and Ecstasy. The three of you can hear fighting outside the tent.
Lovely.
Metal crashing against metal and a lot of goblins screaming.
Well, we better get to work then.
You guys can
What
just
are you-
leave the tent, and then we'll. Like,
well,
do
I
it
was
later.
just gonna say, what are you gonna do, Princess? Are you gonna join us?
Princess.
Fighting is beneath me. I'll have the Gobos fight. My bugbear will stay to guard me, as well as will the two children here.
As Bladedancer cuts off one of the other kids' heads, as I saw his token move onto that square.
Again.
I'm not that into killing kids. I only get it.
I'm only a little bit into killing children.
It happened one time, you guys. Let it go. You kill one kid. Are you guys ready to go outside the tent then?
Wait, you killed
Yeah.
a child?
Go
It's a
outside the
long
tent.
story. It's a long story.
All right, if you guys are going outside the tent, arrange yourselves in the order you're leaving it in. You can see how many spaces the exit is. That many.
Where's the exit?
I've got my line on it.
Oh, okay. It's like right outside my vision.
I keep forgetting. You're sweet Baba who can't see shit. All right. One moment. I have to... Nope. I thought that was covered in fog. Hold on.
Whee!
Oh no. Ooh, fog of war. What the
You guys
fuck?
come out in that order. Ecstasy and Bladedancer, you are in melee with a goblin as you step out. Jing, you are in melee with it.
So initiatives.
Because I found a way sort of around the really dumb thing that happened the first session. On maps where I want you guys to have line to not be able to see like around walls and shit.
I see everything.
You should be, except for there should be some shadows, right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. It's daytime out, so what I've done is on daytime maps, I've given you guys 10 million vision range. However, I put like line of sight walls, meaning that if you're on a certain angle, you won't be able to see around like walls and shit. All right, Bladedancer, you're...
So, are the goblins fighting other goblins?
Yes. It's hard to tell friend from foe out here, actually.
Oh, great.
I can't. Where the oh, there it is.
So, like, do we beat these guys up, or...
I mean, we don't know who to beat up, honestly. Let's, so how does fighting non-lethally work? Is it just you say, I want to do it non-lethal, and it
Yep.
becomes non-lethal? Okay.
Yep, right before you hit.
Okay,
D&D,
right.
unlike Pathfinder, doesn't have a rule for it.
Okay, then let's try to beat these goblins senseless until we get an idea of what we're actually fighting. So
However,
we don't kill them off. We just
Nat ones will cause kills.
yeah, but at least we don't kill everything then. You know, so we can like hit them with the flat sides of our blades or whatever.
Oh yes, I'll beat them with the flat side of my fist.
You know what I mean.
Flat side of my hammer. Got it.
You hear Blackren say in your head, both sides are flat. A little
That's a
confused.
Sharp side of my sword. Got it.
It's okay. Just like we trained for background.
All right.
Oh my god, those goblins are so much faster than me.
What?
Jing, the goblin in front of you is wielding a scimitar and a shield, and it swings at you. What's your AC?
16.
16. It is going to connect. And it deals its max damage of 8 on you.
You fucking
Well,
bitch.
that's rather. We can't see Jing's health, by the way.
Right.
Or her name.
Hold on. What kind of vision do elves have, by the way?
Let me double check.
I believe it's dark vision because I hate them.
Yeah, dark vision 60.
Oh my god.
Okay. Remind me to update your token after this. Now you should be able to see shit, by the way.
I mean, I could always see shit. So.
Weird. Bladedancer, this one's coming up at you. What's your AC?
18.
It's gonna get you.
No.
Take 6 damage. Apparently these are elite goblins. This goblin here is trying to, like, it looks like work a box of matches, a tinder box, to try and, like, set this building on fire. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Alright, so the goblins that are attacking people who just walked out of the leader's tent are probably not ones that we want to save.
This goblin over here is trying to light this building on fire.
And those ones trying to light them on fire.
Ecstasy, you're up.
Well, these ones are enemies, so let's just,
Gank 'em.
Yeah.
It's
So,
see?
do I get sneak attack on this goblin?
Yes, Bladedancer is adjacent to both you and the goblin.
Okay.
Aha.
Okay, now it's gonna get interesting. I'm going to.
Interesting.
I'm going to hit him with. Oh god damn it! Where's my sheet again? There it is. I'll hit him with my short sword. Well, I'll attempt to hit him with my short sword. I do not hit.
Nope, he blocks it with his shield. And says, "Stupid tiefling, you die!" In really broken, halting common. Zarus, this one comes up, and it's ignoring Jing and is instead striking at you. What's your AC?
14?
14. It's going to hit.
Yeah.
By the way, ties go to the attacker. Just to let you guys know.
Yeah.
Zarus, you take 7 damage as it slashes across your
Fuck!
chest.
Why are these goblins so strong?
They're just rolling stupid well. It's getting a little annoying. Alright, Bladedancer, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna attack this one.
Okay.
Blade Daddy, do the thing.
Here's Daddy.
Using Daddy's knife. Yeah, it blocks Daddy's knife.
Guys, this is looking bad.
This goblin's trying to help. This goblin's trying to help the other goblin light it on fire. Jing, you're up. Please kill a goblin.
Okay, I'm gonna hit this guy, the one that hit me with my quarterstaff.
Okay. Give him the dirty stick. Give him the chair! You hit! Yay! Roll your damage.
Oh, hell yeah.
We just click the quarterstaff.
How do you roll damage? I've never used
Click
that.
on
It says
quarterstaff
quarterstaff in the chat bar. Like after you rolled your to hit, you should see it says quarterstaff above your name. Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm
So-
gonna use my bonus action. Wait, is he dead?
Okay.
I'm gonna use my bonus action for my unarmed strike.
Go ahead. That doesn't hit. So you bring your quarterstaff around and like give him a quick jab in the ribs, and you hear him go ah, and then you like using your quarterstaff in one hand to like put it up behind you. You drive your elbow towards him, but you hear it kind of bounce off of his shield. He managed to get it up in time to stop your full attack.
Yeah, fuck you too.
Zarus, you're up. A goblin was on there twice for some reason.
Okay. Question, can I move through her and then into the spot?
You would have to go like this to do that. Here, then down here, then across here, then here, then here, then here, then here. And doing so would provoke an attack of opportunity from this goblin.
Never mind then. I'm just gonna try to hit him.
Okay. Swing your like master at him. Your sensei is your weapon.
Yo, Senpai noticed me.
Senpai does notice you. You have connected with the goblin. Roll your damage.
Oh, right, that was Black Rin.
You clobber him in the head as he's trying to like to strike you again. You get over top of his shield and like just whack-a-mole him on the top of his skull, and you feel something crack, and he kind of sways, but he's still able to defend himself from you as he sort of staggers backwards. This goblin over here is trying to help the other goblin light that.
I'm just gonna step up and stab the one that attacked Jing.
Go ahead.
$13.
He blocks it with his shield.
Fucking super goblins.
Jing, that one's gonna get you too, I think. What's your AC?
16.
Oh, God, you take another 7 damage.
Guys, I'm down.
God damn
I'm
it.
still at 0, right?
Yeah, you just go to 0. Jing is down and is bleeding to death.
What the fuck do these goblins do to piss off these fucking super goblins?
Bladedancer, the one that you're fighting, misses you though.
Damn right it does.
This goblin successfully has lit a corner of that like building on fire.
We do not have the time to worry about buildings.
And that goblin has lit the corner of this building on fire.
Have
Ecstasy,
fun, goblins.
You're up. Please kill some
Jesus
of these
fucking
goblins.
Christ.
Or activate your top tier tiefling powers.
Top tier tiefling power activate.
They have a challenge rating of 1/8. You hit.
Okay,
Hell
I'm
yeah.
also hitting him with my booming blade.
You're just making sure this goblin dies. It's getting your sneak attack too, by the way.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Your regular damage.
Alright.
It doesn't matter about your booming blade because you essentially like as you go, hey, look over there, and as you point in that direction, you also notice the glint of a familiar piece of metal flying through the air just out of nowhere.
Oh,
In-
what the fuck?
In a direction going to nowhere. The goblin goes, what the? And then you stab it in the throat. And the goblin
and-
Good
died.
job, Tom.
And what is dashing? Is it just to move?
It's to move your speed.
Anyway, I'm going to use my bonus action to dash on top of Jing.
All right, you dash over, and you successfully get in front of Jing.
Bless you.
And the goblin that stabbed Ecstasy previously is going to try and strike you, Ecstasy, because it wants to get to Jing. However, you managed to block the strike with your short sword. Bladedancer?
Okay. So I'm going to use the superiority dice to attack this one with fainting attack to gain advantage.
Okay. You hit.
So I get to do damage, but I also deal a d8.
Cool. Go ahead and roll your d8.
So
Yeah.
15 damage.
Yeah, Daddy's knife is bigger than this whole goblin, and so you don't even need to really like aim. You just bring it down, and there's a big spray of blood, Quentin Tarantino Kill Bill style.
Don't forget, am I allowed to move after attacking?
No,
Okay.
not unless you use a bonus action for it.
One superiority die.
This goblin's over at this building now. Jing, I need you to roll me a death save.
You made one.
You gain one success. Zarus?
Alright, cool. I'm gonna attack this guy again.
Okay.
The one that, I'm fighting.
Give him the sports.
No! It's not the same. I go through.
No, the goblin ducks underneath your swing as you try to sports it in Obus's name. Goblin goes over to there. Rinder,
I'm gonna try stabbing it again.
go ahead.
God.
The goblin parries your sword and says again in halting common, "Is that all you got, bitch?" Then Ecstasy, the goblin that took down Jing, is gonna strike at you. What's your AC?
13, baby.
It gets you for 7 points of damage.
Ow! What the heck?
This guy's the real final boss.
Goblin runs over to here. Fire their spreads. And you guys see this goblin down here struck down by the one that it's been skirmishing with. That one goes over to there. And you guys see the goblin all the way up here killed by the one it's fighting as the fire spreads down here. Ecstasy, you're up. The one to your both of them you can sneak attack. You have allies.
I'm going to go for the final boss.
Okay, go for final boss.
Yup. Not much of a final boss is it anymore.
Go ahead and roll your crit.
Top tier tiefling. Powers activate.
What do you want to do to this guy?
I tell him that his shoelaces are tied, and then I'm going to slash at him. Sorry, I'm gonna just stab him while he looks down because he's a dumbass.
He is a dumbass. Final boss looks down, sees his shoelaces are actually tied, and looks up, and you can hear him saying "hair," and then you go right through his head.
I'm just surprised that he has shoes.
Yeah, he was the only one of them wearing shoes. It's why he was.
Final boss.
Ecstasy, that one's still trying to get at Jing. What's your AC?
13.
8 damage.
Ah! What the fuck?
This one goes and stabs you and earns the nameplate Final Boss 2.0. I had put Final Boss on the other one, but it died before you could see the nameplate. Bladedancer, you're up.
Alright, while I'm moving, I'm going to drop my shield and draw my hand axe on my back.
Alright, you have 2 weapons out.
Fuck this guy up.
Fuck Final Boss 2.0.
Try Daddy's knife. No.
Final Boss 2.0 blocks Daddy's knife.
I'm going to use a superiority dice to try and get advantage with my hand axe.
Okay. How does that work?
I just spend one of my superiority dice. I'm using fainting
Okay.
attack.
Cool. Yep, you hit.
So 9 and
You
He's so dead.
yeah, he's extra dead. He was at 1 health previously. You swing Daddy's knife, and he blocks it with his scimitar, and he says to you, "Haha! We fight for Bloink Tooth Stealer. You will never be able to." And then you like drive your hand axe into his skull, and he goes, "Blah."
you damn.
These two are trying to set this building on fire now. Jing, roll me a death save. You make a second success. Zarus?
Cool. Can I step like... Yeah, can I step like this now?
Yep.
Okay, so 1, 2...
Diagonals are 10 feet each, by the way.
Yep.
Even from the get-go, or?
Yes.
Oh, it doesn't go 5, 10.
Alright,
5,
now I'm
10.
going to use Scorching Ray.
Okay.
I'm going to aim at this one first.
Okay.
Alright, let me get to it.
I didn't know what I wanted. It blocks with its shield.
Okay. The next one I'm going to fire at is the one next to it.
Okay. That hits. Roll damage. You singe that goblin's loincloth, and it goes. "Ah!" And the third.
And then I will aim at this one.